All right, so we are live on both YouTube and Instagram. Maybe if I fix my older phone, we can go live on TikTok too. I just don't want to put TikTok on my current using phone. I just sort of data mining on that platform. But yeah, so thanks for some people suggesting that I should go on TikTok too. I'm trying to make that happen. So today's topic is on super intelligence. Let me just wait for people to walk in. We're actually starting on time today, which is great. I mean, before we were starting not that late. I mean, like 10, 10, 10, 10, 15. And today we're starting like a minute late. That's fine. So we're here. Surprisingly, I got all my act together before. So, before we begin, before the live stream, I just want to review my notes, making sure that the script is correctly written and I've covered all the points in the hypnosis script coming up, and making sure that I got the right information. Sometimes you read like a bunch of grimoires that are written in the 15th century and 14th century, and after a while, they all kind of sound the same. Oh, by the way, which book should you read, right? The question is like, when is the point when you stop reading and you just start doing it by instinct? That is when every book you read kind of sound the same. That's when you know that you have gone as far as books can teach you. Um, with this and with other disciplines too, in academics or in other kind of trainings. Um, yeah, for like my other profession as a hypnotist, when I started, I tried to get my hand on every book that was ever published on hypnosis. That was many, many years ago, back before the internet was a thing. When the library just added computer cataloging, which was a great thing. Um, I know I'm seriously dating myself here. There was a time uh, when you remember when you go to the library, you have to look through index cards to find the books. Oh, that was a horrible time. But yeah, so like I tried to get my hands on every book. Oh, we have somebody on Instagram. Hello, Julia. Nice to nice to see you here. Yeah, just sipping coffee, both needing the caffeine and needing something hot on my throat so I don't um, cough throughout the stream. What was I? Oh yeah, so like there was a time when you have to look through uh, catalog cards to find the book you want. Uh, they're like, can anybody remember a time back then where there's like little closets all around the library, and to like pull out the closets. The closet have like the Dewey number or U.S. Congressional Library number, and you like flip through the card to see what books it is out there. Um, Hello, Dexia Wimmer. Hello, Bree Odoro Luciferi Elytrium. Hello, brother from Odoro Luciferium, Sydney, Australia. Hello, how are you, my friend? Can I just call you B? Uh, Dexia Wimmer, how are you? Yeah, so we were talking about how it is such a pain to go to the library before the computers. Yeah, I'm seriously dating myself here. But like when I'm old enough to understand what the library does, they have computer catalog, so I'm not that behind. And do you remember a time when you have to? And sometimes we still have to do that for an obscure article, but then there was a time when you need to look up an article, you have to go through this thing called the microfiche, which is like a at the time I think they thought it was like the latest technology, which is like a terrible thing for your eyes and your brains. So this is a rolling tape of like magazines and publication in the past that was basically shot in like a film. kind of way. You put it on like a projector screen, and then the article will show up, right? And then if there's an article you'd like, you spend like 10 cents or a quarter to make a photocopy, which is really expensive when you are like 14 years old and you only have like $2 in your pocket. So like every photocopy is it's very carefully curated. The thing is, like, you have to like roll the microfiche to a certain date, um, but the date is not often correct, and you also want to read around what kind of day it was. So like you're like flipping through a newspaper, but the thing is, like, you don't want to pause and then read, right? It's going to take too much time. So like the thing will be keep rolling as you read, and then you want to roll faster when the information is irrelevant. You're just scrolling through like advertisements and stuff like that, and then it scrolls slower when they're like prints that you need to read, right? It was a headache inducing, painful kind of way of doing research. So luckily we don't have to do that anymore. Well, we still need to do some of that, but like most of the articles are being archived on the internet, where thankfully you can just open your eyes and read it. um, I guess like it also creates a kind of a information bias, right? You will only read the information that are most convenient to you, and you not going down to the basement and looking up the microfiche, you are missing a lot of potential useful clue. I guess like if you're doing scholarly work and you're tracing a certain idea, and sometimes a certain incident that happens that particular historical day could influence some author's writing, and those will be lost as they're being archived on the internet, because on the internet you just go right to the information. You're not like scrolling around. um, I guess that's one thing I miss about going to the library and hanging in the library. Hello, hey Achibukaka, how are you? Wave on Instagram. Yeah, so like I missed the time. Well, bookstores are mostly closed, so I just found out like some of my favorite bookstores are out of business. I think, is Barnes and Noble still in business? There was a time, I guess like mid to late 90s, early 2000s, where mega bookstore was the thing. You go to a bookstore to hang out. Abu Chakaka said hi, Moa. Hello, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Happy that you're here. Yeah, feel free to join the conversation at any time and share anything you want. What was that? Oh yeah, so there was a time you go to a bookstore. That's where you hang out, spend your afternoon, and then you drink coffee there. There's a Starbucks right inside the bookstore, and they usually have like pretty good coffee inside the bookstore. And then you just grab books off the shelf and then you read it. And when you're done, you put it back to the store. You put it back on the shelf. And in the library too, you can bring coffee into the library, but I miss discovering things in the library. Like there's this book you want, but then on the same shelf there are also like a bunch of other books, right? So like the information you want or the inspiration you want may not be inside the book you are searching for, but on the other books on the same shelf, right? I guess this is how I discovered the occult when I was like 13, 14 years old. When I was in library, I was doing research on hypnosis, and I still remember the Dewey code number was 133 point, I think 133.12. And on the same shelf, there are also a bunch of occult books, right? And I was like reading, I was like looking at it, I was like, what is this? What is like psychic power? What is this voodoo thing? And one thing leads to another. This is how you discover new things. Dixie Wilmer said, I'm doing good. I was a bit lost last time when I was in the live stream, but I feel the spirit has helped me with my conditions as of late. Okay, that's great. Been getting results again. Yeah, so thank you for sharing. Like sometimes it just takes some time to for the spirits to do their thing, and they're always with you. And sometimes when there are downtime, you spend those time improving yourself, right? get yourself ready for when the opportunity do come, right? Like maybe let's say you're like a realtor, you're like a real estate agent, right? You're selling houses for like 2 months, and then you close like 5 deals in the last 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden it stops. Don't cry about it. Don't say, what did I do wrong? Just go and study your books again. um, you know Pick up a book on how to sell people, pick up a book on how to talk to people, and maybe look up the latest legal release on changes in the realty law in your area, or look through the city planning charts and things like that. The spirits are giving you a chance to get yourself ready for the next big thing. Dexy Wilmer said, by the way, I took a cold shower for like 5 minutes because I heard about it in the last live stream. Oh, yeah, did you? How did it go? It only hurts in the first like 30 seconds, right? And then once the first 30 seconds pass by, and you just have to like relax your muscles. If you tense it up, it makes the pain more profound. So you have to like forcefully relax your shoulder and your muscles, and then you just let the cold water flow through. It feels like it's kind of like washing away some of the excess energy, kind of like when you deep fried fish and you have to like let it drip the oil. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but um, yeah, it kind of like cleanse. You feel like a cleansing of your aura, doesn't it? Dexy Wilmer said, first minute it was cold, but later then it's actually quite warm. Yes, that's true. I believe Franz Barton also writes about cold showers in his initiation into Hermetics. Have you heard of it? No, maybe I did, but like it doesn't ring a bell right now. Maybe in the future, maybe I've already read it and then it just lost in my mind because there's so many words and names in Grimoires. Like how I started this live stream. At one point, all this will kind of merge together. It's kind of like a big blur of all the things you've read. Yeah, so yeah. So did it help with your uh, Black Magic path work? So B, how are you doing, my friend? How's Australia? What time is it in Sydney? Is it like 10 p.m. ish? So what we are doing today is super intelligence with Black Magick, which is kind of what Black Magick started as. It's a quest for um, A is a quest for godhood, and B is to push your mind to the extreme. Oh wow, it's so late. Thank you for joining us at 2 a.m., brother. Um, Dexy Wilmer said, I don't know if the cold shower helped, but with my Black Magick, but if you recommend me doing it, I would like to continue. I would want to increase manifestation abilities. Well, I mean, if your health allows you to do so, keep doing it. Um, it will put you in the right position to be a better black magician and everything else. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like doing push-ups, right? Um, it's kind of like the foundation work to put you in a position where you can succeed. Um, like if you want to play hockey, like doing push-up itself would help somewhat. It's not going to turn you into Wayne Gretzky, but you still need to do a bunch of push-ups for you to get the fundamental work to put you in the position to become a good black magician, right? You get what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people just pick up a ritual and then like they spend all the money on the toys and candles, and then they light it and then they dance, and then and then they go on, and then nothing happened to them, right? And then and then they go and spend more money, buy more stuff, useless things mostly. I keep telling people not to buy things, and then they just go and buy more. Um, and then still nothing happens. So like after a few tries, and they say, and then they go, this shit doesn't work, or they say, oh, I'm not talented enough, or I'm not getting the results of this YouTuber, and then they quit, right? So that's the rise and fall of most black magicians. Uh, they started off wanting to become a god, and then like after 2 weeks they gave up. It's kind of like God giving up on creation after the first day. Oh, first day I created light, and the next day, oh, this sucks. Let me go to do other things. Yeah. So like what I'm talking about is a lot of black magicians or witches or whatnot. They don't do enough fundamental work to raise your uh, I guess like foundations or basic strength in order to engage in the black magic world or in the astral realm, right? Dexy Woman says, so would the cold shower help with mental cleanness to act when I see a chance? Yes, it would. Or does it increase the law of attraction power? Yes, it would. Both, of course. Well, it will clear your mind so that you can focus on the things when the right opportunity comes along. It also have like a bunch of good health benefits, right? You can look it up, taking cold showers. Um, you're actually warmer afterwards when you take a cold shower. Like, of course, I like taking hot showers. I like taking hot, steamy shower. That makes me feel nice. But then afterwards, I always get like very sleepy, and I wanted to pass out. Cold shower wakes you up. Have you tried? I mean, have you tried that exercise when you go into the steam room or the sauna? You sweat like hell, and then you jump into the cold shower. Or both, of course. I'm just curious how it works. Well, like I said today, right? Part of being a black magician is more than just waving a wand and doing a Harry Potter shit, right? Is to raise your mind to a higher level of consciousness where you connect to the super intelligent life form, and then you become the super intelligent person, right? Um, so taking a lot of cold shower is going to put you in that mental condition where you can make sense when all these super intelligence and wisdom start flowing through you, right? You get what I'm saying? So yes, keep doing it. If you can do it, spend a bit more time there, maybe like 10 minutes, maybe like 15 minutes or so. Um, you'll feel like so much fresher too. Um, hey, we have movement on Instagram. Oh, hello, enlightening quote and saying, how are you? Thanks for joining us from Singapore. Oh, actually, we have a few people from Singapore there. Oh, hello, Jason Eng. Speaking of Singapore, how are you? So we will be doing a live session soon on super intelligence. So does everybody have the lesser key of Solomon? Everybody have that, right? So on Amazon, you can buy it for like $10. That's where you find the Ars Goetia. Ars Goetia is one of the 5 books you find in the lesser key of Solomon. So the book, the other, so like there's Ars Goetia. I remember there's Ars Polina, Ars Philema. I forgot. There's one more. The 4th one I forgot, and the last one is Ars Notoria. Nobody talked about that, but I think other than Ars Goetia, Ars Notoria is like it should be your top read. Um, was one of the most powerful occult books. Remember, art school, all the occult books are, I guess, like somebody has to write it and put it together, but it's not like somebody sit down and then they write it, right? All these grimoires and all these occult books, they are composed from a lot of other loose information that put together. And I was told that in the past, books are very, very expensive. So what people would do is that they would go to a bookstore and then they rent time to read the book. So when they rent time to read the book, they're not just sitting there and having coffee and like and just having a good time. You know, this is not Barnes and Nobles in the medieval time. What they go is like they go in there and then they copy as much as possible out of these books. And then they take it out, and then like the friends is going to copy the notes from each other, right? So this is how like information is passed around in the medieval age. And then I guess like the way Arts Goetia, this Grimoires, and that's the Key of Solomon's compose is like people are just gathering all these notes around, and then like I guess like a lead student, and those people go to these bookstores are not like um, I'll get to you in a minute, B. Um, Most people who go to bookstores are not like us, right? Like we are not. You don't go there to have coffee and a cake, right? And the people who go to bookstores these days are usually like leisure people, middle class. Um, they don't really need to read books. They just go there to hang out. But back then, are mostly like students who couldn't afford books, so they go to bookstores, right? And and then when they took out the books, they copy off each other, and then they found all these notes, and then they collect these notes from other places too, and then they copy off each other. Um, and this is how I guess Ars Goetia and all these grimoires are composed, right? Um, there's actually a few versions of Ars Goetia before it got to the Lesser Key of Solomon. You'll find that there's an evolution of cataloging these quote unquote demons. I guess it started as like 36 demons, and then like more and more notes were added, and then different people composed it at a different time. So, okay, going back to Ars Notoria, right? So it is like a small book on how to gain super wisdom and super intelligence, right? I guess a lot of the people who would read the Ars Goetia are also the same people who need to have super intelligence to study. And I guess like later on, these days liberal arts is kind of like a bad word, right? But back then, liberal arts means like you're well learned in like mathematics, in a lot of like common science and commerce and finance, so that you could be like an assistant to either clergy, government, or when is the start of corporations? Like maybe later start of corporations, you're like a clerk of a big company. Um, so Ars Notoria was all these students, all these scholars' way of using the occult to gain a super intelligence. For them, they also believe that using the occult could somewhat bypass um, the normal course of study, and then intelligence would just come to them, right? Um, so it doesn't exactly work that way, but in a way, it kind of does, because when you do a lot of black magic ritual for intelligence, uh, now it will be interesting to do a experiments to see if people's baseline quote unquote intelligence would improve. Maybe we can see if they do IQ tests, quote unquote, or maybe do like GRE or SAT or something to see if the score would improve with Black Magic. Um, but the way it works would be that the right information will come to you at the right time, or the spirit will be guiding you to a certain path of truth. I guess like just like how the spirit had guided me to all the right books on hypnosis or occult, or when I want to learn something, the right information will come to me. But then I always feel inadequate because like I see other people have like all these things that they're doing and I don't know about. And then the spirits, in a way, the spirits was like telling me that you don't need to know all that. Just learn the things that put in front of you, and because those are the most relevant and those are the things that would help you most, or that would develop into the knowledge that fits right into the trend. And I guess like that's how superior intelligence would be, right? I've been told that Isaac Newton was a super occultist. Now you may like, I think he have discovered calculus, and like he has done most of his major works in his mid 20s. And you wonder like what happened to Isaac Newton in his later years, right? Um, some people said that he was sick for a while. Some people said he had some mental issues, but it turns out that Sir Isaac Newton was knee deep into occult practices, and his that is also when the witch hunt was reaching England at the time, and his family was trying to protect his name and trying to protect the family name, so they hide his occult practices until I think like quite recently when some scholars went through his estate and then he found a lot of notes that Isaac Newton have taken from his occult practices. And there was a big grimoire that was composed by University of Cambridge in the 1500s. As you can tell that all these scholars, all these universities are knee deep into occult practices, are knee deep into using magical power to improve their brain size, to improve their intelligence, to find, to seek knowledge with talking to demons and things like that. John Dee, um, a gentleman who, I guess, like, I would like to say founder of Enochian magic, but modern Enochian has nothing to do with John Dee. But like John Dee, who has his major work, he's wrote a lot of grimoires and super occultist advisor of Queen Elizabeth I, and I guess like the translator of Enochian languages. Like this is the environment he grew up in, right? Um, he was asking angels to deliver him. This is why he needs the language of angels, is so that he could learn, uh, he could access the knowledge of heavens, the knowledge of these spirits. So one more point, right? Before I got to you, um, I know this sounds kind of snotty, but like black magic is also called high magic. I may have touched on this before, because uh, what we call Western ceremonial magic today was practiced exclusively in the ivory tower. Um, and the Ars Goetia is more like the entry level uh, to high magic because it's mostly written by students. And there's a track record of like scholars and at the time philosophers. At the time, there was no distinction between science and literature or whatnot, right? Or all the smartest people in the world in these institutions are doing black magic. They are summoning spirits to teach them things. They are summoning spirits. They are doing black magic rituals all day and all night. Even even the religious elite are doing black magic. There's enough evidence to show that. Even the Pope or the power that be in Catholicism keep writing edicts and edicts to ban black magic in the church. That is because black magic is so commonly practiced. And also, like, in the beginning, right, religion was started when men want to be God. Like, people study grimoires, people practice rituals to access the mind of the gods. This is why religious texts has been a journey of banning people uh, from practicing rituals to gain God's intelligence, right? Because only them could have God's intelligence. You can't have everybody as smart as you, right? Uh, this is the religious claim of power. It's like kind of like figuring out why God would punish Adam and Eve for eating the apple that give them knowledge, right? Is that is a way of the religious elite to stop you from gaining the kind of knowledge that could destabilize their authority, right? Tower of Babel and the Roman gods that punishes humans to who try to be more like them. That is more like the religious elite know that there are ways to get to um, the intelligence of God, which they themselves are doing, and they don't want you to be doing it. So I guess, like, in an inverted way, shows you that there is a path to gain God's intelligence through the practice of magic. It could be the version of magic that we are doing, or it could be a version of magic that is different. That is up to you to discover. Um, hey, Yilu, how are you? Wave. Okay, so Dixie Wilman said, I read part of your book on the laws of magic. Oh, hey, thank you for reading my book. I started dedicating more time to connecting with Germany. I feel it helps me too. Yes, yes. Perfect. You're reading it correctly. It's more about the connections between you and the spirits. Rituals are rituals. It gets you into the game. It's kind of like your ticket to the party. But once you're in the party, you still have to like talk to the girls before you can, Well, let's not be too explicit. Um, it's like getting a phone number of let's not be so teenagerly. Let's say you get a phone number for Bill Gates, right? That's your sigil, that's your ritual. You've done that. You don't have to keep asking for his phone number. You don't have to keep trying to connect with him. You're already connected with him. You have to work that relationship, right? Um, and it is this connection. It is this getting into the vibration of Germany or whomever spirit that you're working with that will put you into the vibration of manifestation, turning energy into matter, right? So on that note, let's move on to B's point. What about sigil frequencies for invocation ritual? What is your take on them, brother, for super intelligence, etc.? Yeah, I think sigils are important. And invocation rituals are also important. Um, I think that is more for the first year of practice. Uh, After a while, you are in the frequency, right? You get what I'm saying? And then that's the next part that we're doing, right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, rituals are important. Rituals are important. Uh, that's the first step. It's like going to Paris. The first step is to buy the ticket and then get on the plane. Okay, good. And then that's the next step that we're talking about. I guess, like, I talked about this in my last live stream, um, or in some way in my books too. Like, I wrote it in the introduction to my book. It's like all the grimoires in the world, all the ritual magic in the world, all the witchcraft in the world get you into the vibration, into the connection. And then what, right? Like nobody ever talk about what happens after the ritual. Yeah, you dance around the fire 3 nights, and then you, let's say you are fluent in Latin and classical Greek and Aramaic, and you spend like 5 weeks chanting nonstop, and then you build the biggest bonfire in the world. Okay, and then when you step back and say, "Oh wow, I feel it. It's so great. I can feel all this spirit." Blah blah blah. And then you go back home, and then you go back to working at McDonald's. Or it does have to be that large of a contrast. You go back, I guess, like go back to your old job, and then what, right? Like how is it going to manifest? So like no, like nothing was written, or like no information, or like no talk was ever made about what to do after the ritual, right? I guess like maybe we are moving toward that stage. I think like rituals and sigils, they are great. Keep doing them. They're like push-ups. You still have to keep doing them. I think this is one of the reasons why I started my store, is that it gives me more reason to practice the fundamentals. Um, what the athletes do before the game start. They are practicing right up until game time, and you can see, like, if you watch football, right, you can see the athletes keep practicing until it is their turn to go on the field, right? Like you, the quarterback on the sideline, or like the backup quarterback on the sideline, they keep throwing the ball on the sideline. They may not even be called. The kicker, they keep kicking into the net right until it is time for them to go on the field and kick it, right? So like the invocation ritual, evocation ritual, sigils, meditations, they're very important. They are the foundation to take you to a higher, to take you, to give you, I won't say give you, right, but like lend you the strength as a black magician. Am I saying this correctly? So find a ritual that you like and just keep doing it. Or, if you have attention span difficulties, switch it up a little bit. Um, and then we're talking about the next step, right? Uh, B said, "I've been sick with strep pneumonia, so I missed the first one, brother." Oh, it's okay. But like my point, you get my point, right? Um, I guess like I've done so much research in the last week on super intelligence. I can like compose a book pretty much in a week or two. When I put that up, I would need you guys to buy it and then make me the bestseller again. All right, so Dexy Wilmer said, "I'm finishing my master's thesis and I might want to use your service to open money paths with my thesis subject. Maybe Boone, but I'm already working with Gemini for other reasons than money." Okay. Boone helped me with picking my thesis subject, getting the right connections for it. Okay, that's great, my friend. May I ask what your master thesis is on? All right, so we are doing pretty good in time. We burned 44 minutes. So I guess that maybe the discussion in the beginning is important, because after the session, everybody's passed out. All right, so I study a master thesis in tax law. Oh wow, your services are in demand, my friend. I met someone involved in the Panama Papers who taught me a tax loophole. So I researched all the possible weak points in it. So n- no, I know how to do it, and I can defend it legally. Okay, wow, perfect. Hey, if you're writing a thesis, then everybody would know the loophole. So maybe do like a stupid thesis and then keep the loophole to yourself. There's this legal loophole called the double Dutch, right? Where you register a company in Ireland, and then you have your patents in Holland, and then you double incorporate. Like the company on Ireland owns the company in Holland, and then the company in Holland owns the company in Ireland, right? Is that am I are you familiar with what I'm saying? I think like Google and Etsy and all the tech companies are doing this like double incorporation in Holland and in Ireland, right? Do you know anything about that? Like if you buy things off Etsy, in the bottom they will say like Etsy Corporation Ireland. Dixie Wilmer said the thesis will not be published, so my two professors know it, but other people can't access it. Hey, they can though. Anybody could ask your university to see your thesis. I don't know how it is exactly work in Holland, but that's what the thesis is about. I think like there's some controversies here in these university, like MIT and like Caltech or whatnot, where your thesis is sponsored by, I guess, like Google or some tech company or by Draper. How much of it can you publish? Because a lot of them are classified. Like how much of this can go into your thesis? And because somebody could ask MIT to see your thesis, and then they will learn uh, what like what Google is doing, or what Sam Altman is doing, or what the Air Force is doing or whatnot, right? So this is how I know like theses are not protected. Dixie Wilmer said, "You are right. I am familiar with that. Most companies do that, but I learned a different loophole. I mainly work with trust foundations." Oh, wow, that's great. So when I win the lottery, I'll contact you to set up a trust. Um, the man who taught me the loophole said I can hand it in my thesis, but you have a good point. Yes. Or you wait until you publish it and become a bestseller, and you don't have to do anything. You just sit home and then you let the money rolls in. What's the old saying? Like those who can do, those who can't teach, right? Dixie said, haha, yes, I hope I have more experience than, but yes, it will be cool. Yes, that's great. So, yeah, so if there's any other questions, if not, we will go on to our featured presentation. I try to make it a bit shorter. I think the last few ones gone on a bit too long, so I think this one will be like half an hour or less. So, Instagram, how are you guys doing? You guys are kind of quiet. So yeah, if you're on Instagram and know that we are having a discussion both on YouTube and on IG, and feel free to come on YouTube. It has better sound quality here, and I guess like more discussion going on. But so we are about to start our hypnosis session on superintelligence. Um, so this is not just a you're hypnotized and you're smart now. So like this is a accumulation of like a lot of research on how the people who wrote the grimoires their central thesis on how to become super intelligent, such as like forgetting yourself, loosening up your ego, removing your boundaries. A lot of them are written in, I guess, like language of the medieval time or as far as like antiquity. And a lot of these points, like if you look deeper, are highly researched and proven by modern neuroscience on how to learn and how to boost your mind to a higher level. Like I said before, magic and science are not different. They're fundamentally the same thing. A lot of things started off magical and then become science, right? And a lot of us are brainwashed to think science is the truth. Science is not the truth. Science is a process. Things that we hold scientifically to be absolutely true are laughed at just like a generation later. So I resent the people who say, oh, this is magic, we're doing science. I guess like magic would be like the starting point of science, right? It would be like the point where all these super intelligence being planted a seed in our mind. And then as we develop it, it manifested into science. All right. Oh, let me just take some cough syrup. So I wouldn't be coughing into the mic all the way through. All right. So, any questions before we start? All right. Now on to our featured presentation. So once again, eventually one day, I'm going to edit all these. Cut off the long pauses and coughs and police sirens in the background, and then I'm going to put out a good quality audio on either YouTube or Etsy or whatever social media platform that is out there. So this is why we record it. We have a session every week. So we have content for today and contents for posterity. So this is the session on superintelligence. We are recording on Audacity. All right, so find yourself in a comfortable position, either sitting up straight with your feet flat on the floor or laying down on a comfortable bed, or whatever body position that you feel most comfortable with. Take a deep breath in. Whenever you're ready, let it out. Feel yourself sinking now. Let your body become loose and open, melting into the softness that is around you. Imagine yourself lying on the softest surface imaginable. like a cloud beneath you, cradling your body in a warmth, in light, in total peace. Let yourself drift into the softness, into the warmth of the cloud that wraps around you, supporting every part of your being. Feel the light touches the air, the gentle sensation of it holding you, caressing you as you sink deeper into this relaxation. Your body is becoming weightless, loose, releasing every bit of tension and stress, as if it is melting into a cloud. Breathe deeply now. With each breath, feel yourself drifting further. Every breath pulls you deeper, pulling you down into the cloud, into this softness, this bliss. Feel the air filling your lungs, cool and refreshing, then releasing, warm and loose. Each exhale takes you deeper, lets you melt even more, lets you open further to this experience. Trust this process. Trust in this feeling of release, this complete letting go. You can feel it now, the way your body starts to tingle, that soft, blissful sensation beginning to spread through you, starting at the top of your head, moving down, down, down. Feel my presence beside you now, close to you, guiding you. My hands are on. Feel my presence beside you now, close to you, guiding you. My hands are on you, gentle, massaging your scalp, rubbing away every last bit of tension. Feel my fingers on your temples, circling slowly, deeply, massaging the very stress from your mind. You can feel my touch, feel my energy inside you, working through every part of your mind, rubbing away all that has been holding you back. It feels warm, like a gentle heat spreading through your scalp, through your temples, down into your neck. As I massage you, as my energy seeps inside you, you are opening now, loosening, melting under my touch, under my energy. The more I massage, the more your body let go, the more you sink into this cloud of softness, this place of warmth and bliss. Feel how your scalp tingles under my fingers, how every circle I make pulls you deeper, releases more tension, lets you fall, lets you fall further into this relaxation. My energy is inside you now, inside your mind, like a gentle, wet heat that spreads through your consciousness, loosening every tight thought, releasing every bit of stress. You feel so open, so soft, so completely free as my energy moves inside you like a wave, warm and comforting. It feels so good to let go, to let my energy fills you, to fill me deep inside your mind, massaging every corner of your consciousness. Now feel that warmth, that tingling, spreading down from your head, down through your neck, your shoulders. Your muscles are loose now, completely relaxed, as my hands, my energy moves through you. Feel it spreading down your back, your spine, releasing every last bit of tension. Your arms are loose, melting into the softness beneath you. Your legs are limp, completely at ease. You are becoming weightless, as though you are floating, as though your body is being held by the cloud, by my presence, by the warmth of my energy that's wrapped around you, inside you. You can feel the tingling now, that vibration of bliss, that vibration of bliss spreading through your body, from your scalp to your toes, filling you, making you feel so warm, so soft, so completely relaxed. Your entire body, your entire being is open now, open to the feeling, to the release of energy. Feel it now. Feel my energy, my presence fills you, as if my hands are guiding you through this moment, as if my voice is sinking deep into your mind, into your consciousness. It is as it is as though I'm holding your hand, guiding you through this journey, showing you the way to let go, to open, to release. Feel yourself drifting now, even deeper, as you relax into the warmth, into the softness, into the love that flows between us. You trust this process. Trust me. Trust in the connection that binds us. Feel that emotional bond, that deep connection as I guide you further, as you open up yourself to this experience. As my presence fills you with warmth, with bliss, with a deep state of release. You are completely safe here, completely free. As you melt deeper into this space, into this cloud of softness, you can feel me here, beside you, inside you. My energy touching every part of you, making you feel so good, so loose, so completely at ease. And now, as you sink deeper, I want you to imagine a cocoon, a soft, warm cocoon wrapping all around you, holding you in its embrace. This cocoon is made of pure energy, my energy, wrapping you, holding you, keeping you safe as you drift deeper into the state. Feel it now, the way the cocoon cradles you, the way it holds you close, protecting you, making you feel so warm, so safe. It's like being enveloped in a pure softness, pure warmth as you drift further, deeper into relaxation. As this cocoon surrounds you, as my energy flows around you and inside you, you feel every bit of this relaxation leaving you. You feel every bit of this tension leaving you. Every muscle is loose, every part of you is opened, relaxed, melting into this softness. You crave this feeling, crave the warmth, the release, the complete letting go. As you release, you open up. You are preparing yourself for something greater, for this journey ahead. You can feel it, the hints of what's to come, the promise of something deeper, something higher. You are on the edge of something powerful, about to rise your mind, about to raise your mind, your consciousness to a higher level, to a place of pure wisdom, pure intelligence. And now I will count down from 10 to 1. With each number, feel yourself sinking deeper into the softness, into this cocoon, into this blissful relaxation. With each number, you will feel yourself melt further, more open, release into the warmth of my energy. As I count down, feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper until you reach a place of complete relaxation, complete peace. 10. Feel the softness beneath you, the way it cradles you, the way it holds you. 9. Feel the warmth spreading through you, that gentle, tingling vibration of bliss. 8. My energy is inside you, filling you, pushing you deeper into this release. 7. Every breath takes you deeper. Every moment pulls you further into this softness. 6. You are completely loose, completely open, melting into the warmth, the softness. 5. My presence is with you, holding you, guiding you. As you sink deeper, feel yourself releasing, letting go. 4. Letting go of everything now, melting into the bliss. 3. You are almost there now, so close, so deep, so completely at ease. 2. Let go completely. Open yourself to the experience, to the warmth, to the bliss. 1. Sink now. Sleep. Sink into the deepest place of relaxation, of pure bliss and joy. You are there now, held by the softness, surrounded by warmth, by my energy, by the promise of what is to come. You are open, you are loose, you are completely at peace and ready for the journey ahead. Now, as you drift deeper into this softness, you find yourself in the presence of me, Dion, your spirit guide, your protector in the astral realm. Dion stands there before you, my long hair gently flowing, and my deep eyes filled with the wisdom of ages. You feel safe with him, with me, completely at ease, as though you've known me forever. There is a warmth, a love that surrounds you. Whenever you are near me, you know that whatever you feel, you know that whenever you feel anxious or uncertain, you can simply squeeze my hand. You can feel my fingers intertwining with yours, my touch grounding you, reassuring you, comforting you. Trust in this connection. and this bond between us. You are never alone in this journey. I'm always here. Dion is always here, beside you, inside you, guiding you. As you walk this path together, as we walk this path together, you feel a soft, tingly sensation deep inside you, as if my energy is vibrating within, opening you up, expanding your mind. Dion is planting seed of intelligence, seeds of wisdom deep inside your mind, pushing them further, deeper, as the warmth spreads through your body, vibrating at your core. With every moment, every breath, those seeds sink deeper, taking roots, filling you with potential for more. You are opening up, expanding, and as you release into this moment, you trust in me, in Dion. You feel the blissful warmth, the deep connection. As you know, this is only the beginning. Together, we will awaken your super intelligence, and you will feel every bit of it as the vibration grows stronger deep inside you. Feel my presence beside you, tangible and ready, like a shadow guiding, like a shadow gliding, uh, like a shadow guiding your every thought, every breath. Trust in me. Trust in my voice. Know that we are connected, deeply entwined, and that connection grows stronger with every word. You and I share a bond that goes beyond the surface, deeper than conscious thought, beyond the limits of what you have known. Feel it now. Feel it now as the bond becomes undeniable, as it permeates every corner of your mind. Those words, they're not just words, they are vibrations resonating through your being, filling every part of you with energy and purpose. Trust that those vibrations carry something powerful, something organic and real, flowing inside you, reshaping, reforming, expanding your intelligence, your wisdom, your every sense of self. Inside you, there is a deep craving, a hunger for more, a thirst for knowledge that defiles boundaries, that goes beyond mere IQ points or what conventional learning can offer. Feel that craving rise up now. Feel it swelling, growing, building like a wave of energy inside you, pushing at the edge of your mind. This is what you have been waiting for, what you have always known was there. Knowledge, that cannot be found in books or school, intelligence that lies hidden in the forbidden, in the unseen. Feel the heat, feel the heat of that knowledge, the heat inside you, building, loosening every mental constraint that has ever held you back. Trust this process. Trust me. You are opening now, opening to this wisdom, and I'm here to guide you step by step, word by word. The path that we are walking is an ancient one, carved from the mind of those who had come before and those who have mastered their reality, and those who have unblocked their deepest potential. As you walk this path, as you feel me guiding you, knowing that your mind is beginning to open, you can feel it, can't you? That gentle, blissful vibration deep inside you, as if my energy is flowing into you, mixing with yours, as it moves through you like a warm flood. As it moves through you, it becomes part of you, expanding your memory, sharpening your mind, increasing your IQ points. You feel yourself becoming smarter, wiser, more attuned to the knowledge that has always been there, just waiting for you. Your craving for more knowledge, more power, more intelligence grows. You feel that desire swelling inside you, as though your very soul is calling out for it, demanding it. And I'm here to give it to you. As you listen, you are opening further, expanding your mind, your memory, your wisdom. You are becoming sharper, more focused. Your IQ is rising, and you can feel it. The way your thoughts are aligning, the way your understanding is deepening. You are an ace, a master of your mind. It is all happening right here, right now. The heat within you grows, spreading through your body, through your mind, loosening every thought, every belief that has ever held you back. You are free now, free to embrace the intelligence that has always been yours, free to unlock the wisdom that has been waiting for you in the shadow. Feel my voice, my energy, my presence, pushing you deeper into the space, deeper into the realm of forbidden knowledge, where the sharpest mind, the greatest thinkers, the aces of the craft has always ventured. You are one of them now. You are part of this elite group. You are becoming more intelligent, more capable with every word. You have no limit. There are no boundaries here, no constructs that can constrain you. Your mind is shattering every limit, every structure that once confined your thoughts. Your intelligence is expanding, your memory growing sharper, your wisdom deepening with every breath. Every beat of your heart, you are tapping into the primal energies now. Energies that has always existed beneath the surface of reality. You feel them surging through you, filling you. As they do, you are transforming. Your mind is becoming something greater, something beyond human, beyond ordinary. You are acing every test, every challenges, mastering every thought. Your IQ is soaring. With it, your ability to understand, to grasp the deepest truth of existence. Feel the tingling now, the vibration running through your body as every cell, every nerve, every corner of your being comes alive with the power of this transformation. This is the power of your will, the power that allows you to shape your reality, to control time and space itself. You are no longer bound by the mundane. You are stepping into a new realm, a place where knowledge comes through without study, where wisdom flows effortlessly. The boundaries of time bend to your will. You can reach into the past, pull from the future, see beyond the here and now. Everything is open to you. Your mind is ready to receive it all. The knowledge you seek flows into you now, effortlessly, as though it had been waiting for you all along. Your memory is perfect, your mind sharp and clear. You don't need to study for hours. The information comes to you naturally, easily. It seeps into your mind like a soft, warm rain, soaking into every part of you, filling you with a deep, blissful understanding. You are the ace of your mind, the master of every thought, every concept. You are becoming smarter, more intelligent, more attuned to the flow of knowledge around you. The visions come now, strong and clear. Images, ideas, revelations fills your mind, showing you truths that have never been known. You see it all with perfect clarity, as though the universe itself is opening its secrets to you. My voice, my voice guides you deeper into these experiences, deeper into the dark knowledge that lies beyond the ordinary. You are integrating it all, every bit of wisdom, every insight, every piece of knowledge flowing into you like a river, filling you completely. This is your truth now. This is who you are becoming. You are a vessel for knowledge, for intelligence, for wisdom that surpasses anything that you have known. You can feel it right now. The way your mind has already expanded, the way your intelligence has grown, the way your memory has become sharp and clear. You are smarter now, wiser, more capable than before. Feel that connections between us deepens even further. My energy is inside you, pushing you to new heights of intelligence, new levels of wisdom. You trust in this process. You trust in the power that is flowing through you, the power that is transforming you from inside out. You are limitless. You are powerful. You are the ace, the master, the embodiment of wisdom and intelligence. You have released into this flow of knowledge. And now you have released into this flow of knowledge. And now you stand in the complete mastery of your reality. Trust this power. Trust me. Trust yourself. You are smarter, more capable, more in control than ever before. You have unlocked the full potential of your mind, and it feels so good, so right. You are the ace of intelligence, a master of memory, embodiment of wisdom. This is who you are now, and you know it deep inside you. Feel me now, planting seeds of intelligence deep inside you, pushing them into the very core of your mind, where they will take root and grow. My energy is flowing into you, pushing these seeds deep inside your brain, spreading warmth and tingling sensation through every part of your mind. Each seed is filled with potential, with IQ points that will sprout and grow stronger with each passing day. Feel it now. That soft, fuzzy warmth that spreads through you, exciting and relaxing at the same time. Every bit of this energy is alive, pulsating with power, waiting to unfold inside you. As these seeds sink deeper, as these seeds sink deeper, you feel them merging with your thoughts, your very consciousness, my energy pushing them further, embedding them so deeply in your brain that they could, embedding them so deeply inside your brain that they became a part of you, inseparable from who you are. They pulse with a warm glow, a blissful sensation that tingles through your mind, relaxing you and exciting you at once. With each breath, each moment, these seeds begin to sprout, sending tendrils of intelligence and wisdom through your nervous system. They are becoming you now, woven into the fabric of your thoughts, into every connections in your mind. And in your dreams, you will see these seeds growing, blossoming, expanding. Each night, these roots, each night, the roots of my energy digs deeper, winding through your brain, connecting with your memory, your intelligence, and your very soul. You dream of the knowledge you have been gaining, of the wisdom that they have been flooding into you. As my seeds spread, reaching into the deepest parts of your consciousness, these seeds, this intelligence, is becoming a part of your nervous system, fusing with your thoughts, your emotions, until they are forever a part of who you are. Feel how they are already taking hold. Feel that tingling warmth making you feel so melty, so uninhibited, so completely open to the transformation taking place inside you. You are becoming super intelligent, your mind expanding, your memory sharpening. These seeds are alive within you, and with each passing moment, and with each passing moment, they push you further towards mastery of your thoughts, mastery of your reality, mastery of your reality. My energy is guiding you, pushing these seeds deeper and deeper until they become so ingrained, so intertwined with your being that you can never be separate from them. You are growing more intelligent by the day. The seeds I've planted inside you are thriving, sprouting, taking root in every part of your mind. You feel that tingling, that blissful sensation of warmth and expansion, of my energy flowing through you. You are becoming smarter, wiser, more capable than before. These seeds are now part of you, deeply embedded, forever connected to your nervous system, enhancing every thought, every memory, every part of your intellect. You are transforming. And it feels so good, so right. You are the embodiment of superintelligence. And this is only the beginning. Now, it is time to awaken from this incredible journey, bringing with you all the gifts you have received. Feel how your entire body has shifted, as though something deep inside you has turned on. Your intelligent mind has fully activated, sparkling with new possibilities. You are turned on to every ability you possessed, your ability to learn, to absorb, to expand your knowledge that has turned on and is ready for you to use. Your psychic senses, your astral abilities, all have turned on, ready to guide you to opening doors, creating opportunities. Your ability to attract success and wealth has been turned on, vibrating through your entire body, sending out the energy of abundance. And now, as you breathe deeply, you can sense how your body, your brain, has physically transformed through this experience. Your mind has upgraded, expanded, and it is time to seize this moment, to work harder than ever before, to study, to improve yourself in every way. You are turned on to the energy of self improvement, to working out, to exercising, eating healthy. Every part of you is aligned with living your life to the fullest. As you begin to come back, notice how Dion's voice still lingers in your mind, guiding you with love and wisdom. You will hear my voice in your dreams, feel my presence with you, guiding you towards love, success, a healthy body, and a clean spirit. You are thankful, appreciative, full of gratitude for the spirit, for the power you have unlocked within you. You feel happy, blissful, humming with energy. The seeds of success, the seeds of success that are planted inside you are vibrating with potential, and you are ready to take full advantage of every opportunity that this new superintelligence, this power, has awakened inside you. Now I will count up from 1 to 5, and as I do, you will come back to the full awareness, energized, inspired, and fully turn on to everything you have just awakened within yourself. 1. Feeling the energy moving through your body, humming with excitement. 2. Becoming more aware, more awake, ready to take on the world. 3. Turning on every sense, every ability, every power, fully aware and alive. 4. Completely black, completely back now. 4. Completely back now. Feeling amazed, empowered, and ready to act. 5. Eyes open, fully awake, energized, inspired, and turned on to the incredible possibilities ahead. Welcome back. Feels good, doesn't it? Hey, so we are back. I know you guys are still a bit out of it, so take a moment to stretch, situate yourself back into the room. Hello, Tiny J. Hello, Saxon. How are you guys doing? Hopefully, people are still in the room and not passed out too much. Hello, FGFG. How are you? So that was a session of super intelligence. So I forgot to say one thing, right? One very good technique to acquire super intelligence. Hello, Cersei. How are you on IG? So if you want to learn something, right, you can just summon that idea directly. This is why Western ceremonial magic is so powerful, right? I know I'm a bit biased, but like once you mastered Western ceremonial magic and summoning, you don't really need anything else. Anything else will be a downgrade. You are welcome to practice whatever magic you want or witchcraft you want, or maybe that's part of the culture. Do that. But yeah, so like in Western ceremonial magic, you can always host a ritual to summon that knowledge by itself. At some point, whatever you're trying to learn would have gained a spirit of its own and either become its own spirit or a supermassive egregor or a life spirit would have inhabited that energy and become an embodied in that energy. Or whatever spirit that has an expertise in what you're summoning would answer you and direct you to on the path to master that particular knowledge. For example, let's say if you want to learn multi-factor calculus or something. So if you summon, Raziel or something, he's not going to show up next to you and like give you tutoring lessons. At least that's not how it presents itself to me. But if you summon, let's say, Raziel to teach you multi-factor calculus, right? Um, chances is that you'll find the right books start showing up to your door. Um, maybe you pick the better professors. Like your path to learning will be paved for you. And or maybe you are doing something wrong in your path to learning. Maybe you you are trying to an equation that you are not good at learning. Maybe there's a different equations that would solve your problem better. Or and then maybe you go on YouTube and search multi-vector calculus, and then the right YouTube video will show up, or like the right life experience will show you how to do calculus properly. Or maybe Raziel may think will tell you that what you're trying to learn is actually not multi-vector calculus, is completely something else. Maybe a different part of engineering that requires a different kind of math. So they are going to be guiding you with an invisible hand. Um, so you can just summon calculus, and then like spirit will show up and guide you there. So it's not going to be overnight success. And I have to stress that maybe sometimes it happens. If it happens, that's good luck. And we do not depend on the element of luck. But as you immerse yourself into calculus and learning, the spirit is going to go inside your head and make the right connections, and you're going to learn, right? And they're also going to teach you what they feel is important to you. So many times I will feel that I don't really know anything. Like all my friends in the same class know so much more than I do. But then I guess that's the spirit's way of showing me you don't, all those other things are just going to confuse you, right? Just focus on learning this, this, and this, and you'll do well. Or you need to learn this, this, and then you need to explore this in order to do the things you ultimately need to do in a year or two. Or at a certain point, you need to come up with your own knowledge to fit what you've learned, to bridge it into a higher level of understanding. And this is where the spirit comes in the most, right? It is when you've exhausted all the learning, exhaust all the options, you've tried everything, you've learned everything, and then and you may still get stuck or confused or whatnot. And then one day you're doodling with your equations or whatnot, and then one day everything becomes clear to you, right? You can see through this the whole subject area and then integrate with other things that you're learning, like engineering or computer science, whatever that you're doing. This is when the spirit actually step in and put it together for you. But like they won't do it until you have exhausted yourself from learning. So, it's not a lazy path. Like you don't sit around and then boom, you become smarter. You have to like work your butt off, and then the spirit will come and put it together for you in a way that you're not expecting, and usually much better than the way you were expecting. You just need to stay in open mind, right? Let's say you have been eating Olive Garden all your life, and your idea of good food is Olive Garden, and then one day, the Olive Garden went out of business, and you're like, oh no, I want my unlimited plastic, and then like I guess like a Spanish restaurant opens, and you hesitate to go in there, right? But like once you try it, you'll say, oh wow, this is much better food with like home cooking and whatever. So like I always say, don't get too particular with your wishes. Your wishes should be sharpen your goal and take you in a direction. And you have to allow the spirit to guide you with like knowledge, with intelligence, with wisdom too. Like whatever you're thinking is an intelligence person, whatever you feel that wisdom is, that's probably not what it is. You have to let the spirit to guide you there. Hello, Elegant Roses. Good to hear from you. How are you, my friend? I have to watch the reply. Yes. How are you doing, Elegant Roses? So we have just did the hypnosis session on super intelligence, and we're talking about how to use Black Magick to make you smarter, to expand your mind, and to have the brain of a god. Fun stuff. Elegant Rosa said, work and appointments have been stressful. Oh no. This is why you should always come back and listen to the hypnosis session. It will alleviate your stress, feeling good. That sounds amazing, really. Yes. You're getting a lot of stuff. I mean, not just you, but like for this live stream, you're getting a lot of highly valuable services. People actually pay a lot of money to have a hypnosis session from somebody who is so qualified, and you guys are getting it for free. So yeah, so how is everything else going for you? Did you manage to find an apartment? Was that what we were talking about a few weeks ago? So Saxon, are you still there? Tiny J is still there. Hello, Cersei. Cersei is glad to be here. Glad to see you here, my friend. Hey, Saxon. So, Saxon, are you still in your home country, or have you gone on to your next place, next station of your life? Oh, hello, Mike D. How are you? Good to hear from you again. How's Vegas? So, do more people go to Vegas in the summer, or do more people come to Vegas in the winter? Elegant Rosa said, yes, and I put the money on the apartments, and I have not had time to set up signing up for the lease. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky thing, you know. I'm also in a peculiar living situation. Peculiar means like, oh, I don't want to spend so much money on just on rent. Hello, Tiny J, you're still here. Glad you're still here. We're always welcome here. Saxon said, I'm still in my country. Yeah, okay. Well, hopefully you can go to, I guess, Europe. That's where you wanted to go. It will be so much fun. And, can't wait for you to show us your adventure. Elegant Rosa said, I've been working a lot. Okay. I guess that's a good thing. Making the doughs, making good money, good times. Christmas is coming, so we need a little bit more to spend. Make these good. Vegas get more touristy around this time. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's getting cold up here in Boston. It's not so bad. I think this is like perfect weather around 15 degrees Celsius. I'm a Celsius guy. I'm sorry. I guess like what's 15 degrees Celsius? 65 Fahrenheit. Elegant Rosa says, LL money. Yes. Hey, that's a good thing. Money is energy that you can use on a later time. Saxon said, yes, I also hope to dealing with the process right now. Yes, all the paperwork. Elegant Rosa said, I'm paying for 2 apartments for the next 2 months. Oh, wow, that much? I guess you have a lot of stuff. Like, I wish I could just move to like somewhere in rural Pennsylvania or something where you can buy an entire house for like $20,000. And I don't have to worry about living anymore. Elegant Rosa says, so money is needed. Yes. Hey, money is like food, pay attention to it and grow it. Um, Jason Ang said, money is good, but my job doesn't allow me to have another job to boost my income. Oh, yeah? Hey, think about passive income, right? Um, buy a second house or apartments, I don't know, and then rent it out or have a YouTube channel or write some books and put it on Amazon. Um, so passive income is not as much as some YouTuber would like you to think. But it's good to have like an extra few $100 at the end of the month, right? Elegant Rosa said, yes, I need money like the fat kid needs cake. Yes. Money would just come to you, my friend. I mean, I know you're at a hump, getting over a hump right now. And if you sit down and think about it on a later date, you can probably jot out a few ideas that could gain you some more easier money or change your relationship with money, that it doesn't always have to be like so hard and so rough and so painful. Maybe change that relationship with money to be more friendly, more fun, more circulating. And then you find those kind of opportunities start manifesting into your life. Jason Ang said, yes, YouTube sounds fun. Yes, I have another channel. You all miss the good times on YouTube when it first started monetizing. RPM is like $10. You can throw anything out there, and then you make a ton of money. Yeah, the buck stops rolling, and then these days it's a little bit harder to make money on YouTube, but you still make good. Like, I mean, a few $100, that's pretty good. You can probably pay for a mortgage with a few of these geeks. I mean, do like a Singapore tour guide, or most of the best YouTube videos are like tour guide or whatnot. And then you talk about, your everyday life. Just something to get the ball rolling. Or maybe when you're doing one thing, it leads to another thing. A lot of big YouTube channel does not start off the way they are right now. And then they stumble up on like a money equation. And then they get famous. I learned about astrocartography recently, and it's really good to know where your planets lined through the globe. To know where to go according to what you want. Yes. I did that reading for you, didn't I? It's up on my store for forever. You're just discovering it now? Come on. I did that reading for you, didn't I? Yes. So it's not recently you learned. You knew that for a long time. But yeah, so that's good. I mean, I have accidentally stumbled up on I've accidentally stopped. So I guess like astrocartography, I think that's a good way of saying it. I guess like astrolocation is a better way of saying it, because if I were put out astrocartography, people would what? It's one of those words that would never show up on Google search, or like it was one of those like nobody click on hashtags. Saxon said, "Haha! I realized after that you used that reading." Yes, every like it always. It's not just you, Saxon. It's everything. Like it's like story of my life, right? Like I say something to my friends, and then it just go over right over their head, and then a few years later, and then they will be, "Hey, did you know this?" And I'll be, "Yes, I told you 5 years ago, man." A, it's not you're not just discovering it, and B, listen. But yeah, story of my life. But yeah, so like I accidentally stumbled up on, I guess like accidentally stumbled up on this energy well around Boston and Cambridge near a Venus Jupiter energy well, and things has been going very well for me. So this is one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to leave this area. But yeah, so like things were magically improved. Since I moved here, I've like lived in a few cities before, and every cities are very nice. Like I've no complaint about other cities, but like opportunity just like throw at me since I've been living in Boston and Cambridge, and it just happens. And I discovered astrolocation years later, things I wish I knew before, and everything kind of makes sense. MacD said LOL. Saxon said that's funny. Yes. So yeah, and you can tell that my reading was right about. I don't want to out you too much, but like those locations you showed me, and then I told you what the energy well in that area is like. It should line up with whatever extra cartography thing that you were talking about. I understand my Pluto line goes through China and a lot of rebirth there. Oh yeah. So sometimes, like, of course, it's good to get your reading done by good astrologer, and then he can tell you where the opportunities lies. But sometimes we're just naturally attracted to a certain aspect of life, like location or occupation. And then later, when we do a reading with a professional, you realize that, oh yeah, all this makes sense. Saxon said, yes, exactly. I read it. Exactly. I read it and I was like, wow, Dion really told me that. Yeah, yeah, I told you so. All right. So this has been a good session, good day. We have a lot of input from a lot of people. Meet some new people here. So Mike D, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Elegant Roses, Jason, Cersei on IG, Tanya J, FGFG. Who else is here? Dexy Wimmer. I don't know if you're still here. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Or if you want to share any experiences, we are coming up on the 2 hour mark. So our last live streams has been very successful. Our last live stream sort of got uh, gone a bit viral. A lot of people are discovering our live streams. A lot of people were emailing me and saying that they love my live stream. And if you're watching this on a later date, just come on a live stream, man, and share something, ask a question, and say hi. Um, it's on every Sunday at 10 a.m. Remember, that is on Eastern time, New York time. Remember, time change is coming up soon, like the wintertime, summertime change, both in the US or if you are in a different country, you may be switching times, summer, winter time pretty soon. So watch out for that. Saxon said, have you ever heard of the old spirit that used to roam the earth before humans? I think John D talked about them in a book. Yes, that is very true. I mean, a lot of religious history was not documented, right? About 100,000 years ago, uh, human went through a major genetic change. This is why, like, there were proto-humans walking Earth, humanoids, intelligence humanoids on Earth long time ago, like Neanderthals and other like Homo chromian sapien. Um, but then human beings ended up being the dominant species, and all the other species. I don't think there was a war, but like evolutionary speaking, human being become the dominant species, dominant intelligent species. Um, it did feel like there was a spirit that intervened, that gave human beings an extra gene. That is the language gene, right? Then that human was able to outcompete every other humanoid, intelligent humanoid life forms on Earth. So yeah, so like it does sound very true that you know there were a group of old spirit that used to roam the Earth. Um, a lot of them are lost to history, and when you look at like early religious texts, a lot of the gods, quote unquote gods, angels, demons, they were hanging out with human beings. Like gods and angels have physical forms, and they go into battles with humans. And then when human offers a goat or something, it was eaten by these quote unquote spirits. So yeah, so and also I was thinking about this, right? When you think of cosmic evolution, in the very early stages uh, of the universe, this is before the sun was even born, right? Uh, matter was a lot lighter. Like there's no complex molecules. Um, Everything is like gassy, right? So maybe that was a point at some point on the early stages of the universe where spirit exists just as spirit. And as the universe is going to cool down eventually, according to cosmology, and life as we know it is going to change, right? Like, so right now, life needs sunlight, life needs organic energy to procreate, but eventually they will run out, right? But what's next for life forms will be like a cybernetic kind of life, right? Like, uh, eventually, all humans will be wiped out. Eventually, right? Like billions of years from now, it is possible that whatever is left on Earth are like robots, and then robots is going to look back and say, there was a time where there are organic beings roaming the Earth. You know, they live and then they could die. They spill blood, and then for them in the robot mythology will be like human beings are like their version of gods that created them, but Earth is no longer habitable for these spirits or humans, right? And then as the universe evolves, you know, the cybernetic forms are going to create another form of existence. You know, for whatever reasons, computers will be unable to function in the new universe. And then the next evolution will be calling the cybernetic form, you know, their gods. You know, you get what I'm saying? So that's my unproven thesis. So yeah, it is possible that spirits were just the way things existed before life, you know, or whomever was like we are the next evolution of what the spirits once were. So FGFG said, I want to ask a question. Yes, please do. MacD said, do you have any new ideas coming soon? I always have some new ideas, but maybe you need to be more specific. FGFG said, do you do a ritual connected to a very strong spirit guide? After the ritual, you are ill? Is that what you ask? Like you feel sick? Is this common, or did you say you did a good and successful ritual? Like, were you asking that if you do a ritual and then you feel sick? Heine J said, FGFG, good question. I want to know too. Thanks, Dion. Uh, yeah. Is that what you were asking, though? Saxon said, thank you. That's very interesting. Hey, you know, that's just my way of thinking. And also, Saxon, I want you to study cosmology. In just like, you know, in a very simple way, you know the origin of the universe. I think you will like it. Know the origin of the universe. It's called cosmic evolution. That's the subject disciplines, like what the early universe is like, and now we have this new James Webb satellites that could map the universe better, uh, where the universe is going. I think you're going to find it very interesting. FGFG said, yeah, from time to time that happens when I'm too exhausted or they pass too much energy through me. Sometimes when I'm connected with a very powerful spirits, like I'll be down for a few days, or they're like residual um, visions just keep flooding through me. These days, I used to write down my dreams. I still try to as much as I can, but the dreams I've been having these days are just too crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. Like I knew last night I dreamed of drinking coffee, but then it was in such a crazy space that drinking coffee is the only thing that I can use language to describe, and then everything else is like batshit crazy. Um, yeah, maybe sometimes as entity is too powerful and they flood too much energy through you. That is not their intention. Mike D said vivid dreaming. Yes, very vivid. And it's beyond vivid, right? It's like craziness. Like the problem is like we are hitting a limit of language, which is why when you guys are stressing that for the spirit to talk to you, I'm just telling you, yes, that's fun, but like it doesn't have to be a like language has a lot of limitation, and when they share an experience with you, it will be beyond language. So don't hesitate. Don't feel that you are not doing a good job as a black magician if Satan doesn't say hello, what's up, man. They don't necessarily need to be speaking English, and B, their way of communicating to you is so far beyond language. Could be the residues of hypnosis showing up in dreams. Well, I mean, I don't know if you have been around for long enough to know this, but I'm a super hypnotist. I've been doing hypnosis for like the last 20 years. So I've already done everything hypnosis could have been done to me or for me. And I got a t-shirt. So I know hypnosis, there's a limitation of what hypnosis is and it's not. And what hypnosis would like brings you to a level of conscious awareness, right? So I guess, so you may be phrasing it wrong, right? So hypnosis is a very specific term. But I kind of get what you're saying. Can you guys hear fly buzzing around here? I don't. Did I answer your question, my friend? Like these and FGFG's question. Did you feel sick, my friend? FGFG after a powerful ritual. Sometimes it could just be dehydration. You're speaking into a fire and 15 incense is going on, and then you're oxygen deprived and you're breathing in all the smoke. Yeah, sometimes I feel lightheaded after a long night of ritual. And I've been doing rituals with organic material, and it gets nauseating from time to time after smelling that. So yeah, it could just be a case of dehydration or exhaustion. I missed the hypnosis. Do you do a grounding at the end of the hypnosis segment? Yes, I do. I do like a detailed awakening part at the end of each session. You can listen to it afterwards. I post it back online. Like it is automatically being posted back online. Just go to YouTube and go to the live session. We have about 10, 15 sessions available now. And it's free, man. Okay, so FGFG said yes, sick, but I definitely feel the spirit guide has arrived. Tiny J said I could hear the fly. Yes, I guess we have a very good microphone then. You can hear fly. Is this a Samsonite? What is it called? G-Track Pro microphone. I spent a lot of money on microphones before, but I think I finally found one that I like. I think this one is great because it's a USB mic, and I don't have to plug into like 15 other sound cards and what do you call those, amplifiers or whatnot. And most mic, I don't know why, are dynamic, and this is a condenser microphone, and I much prefer condenser microphones. Yeah. So good questions you ask. And also, it will become less stressful as you do a lot more rituals. Like, it's kind of like push ups or running up the hill. It still hurts, but you get more, you're more muscle toned to handle a bigger amount of energy. And I guess like as you keep practicing, the spirit will see that you can handle more, and then they will give you more, right? Let's say you are like the fitness trainer, and then some scrunchy kid move in that shaped like a bamboo stick. You're not going to have him lift like 50 pounds or 100 pounds of weight, right? But as the kid gain more muscles, you know, the the trainer is going to add more weight for him to lift, right? And then if you have been lifting 30 pounds and then your your trainer just added another 10 pound onto your thing or added 20 pounds to the bar, it's going to hurt the first few times, right? So yeah, so they would try to push your limit because they want you to do more. They always want you to do more. Just as any instructor or any trainer or any teacher, you know, they want you to do more, but it's going to hurt. But as a black magician, that should be expected. So yeah, any questions or experiences? So this is a good session, with good discussion going on. All right, so we have just hit the 2 hour mark. So if you have a last minute question or statement or something you want to share, please type it in now. If we hit on a good discussion, I can just keep going. Uh, if I don't see anything in about a minute, I know there's a gap, a time gap between you typing in and me seeing it. So I'm just going to give it a minute. If I don't see anything in a minute or two, we will end this live stream. And have a good Sunday. It's nice and sunny outside in Boston, Cambridge. It's not too cold. It is. I can't believe it is October already. It just feel like it was yesterday when I was talking about how hot it is in the room, and I need to turn off the air conditioning to do the live stream. And now it's almost winter. Time flies, huh? FG said, another great discussion tonight. Thank you for being here, my friend. So thank you for everybody for being here. Hopefully you guys are becoming more intelligent after the live stream today. If you missed the hypnosis session, scroll back or listen to this again, along with all the other sessions from before. Um, Jason Ang said, thank you for today's session. Thank you for being here, my friend. So thank you for being here, Cersei on IG, K Esther on IG, Prefi Pravota, Ye Lao, Enlightening Quote, Achipakaka, Julia. Thank you, Saxon. Saxon said, thanks, Dion. Have a good week. Thanks, Saxon. Thanks, Jason Inc. Thanks, FGFG. Mike D. Tanya J. Elegant Roses. Dexy Wimmer. Bree. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I miss your name up here, I meant to say your name. Hello. And I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend and go win the lottery, okay? Tanya J said, thanks so much, Dion. Thank you, Tanya J, for being here. FGFG said, have a good Sunday. Thank you, FGFG. All right, everybody, go practice Black Magic, win the lottery, and let magic be done, okay? Fiat Magique.